If the housing market feels confusing right now, you're not imagining it. Some homes are sitting for months with no offers, while others are still selling in a weekend. And then there's all the talk about rate cuts, price drops, and whether now is the right time to make a move. So let's clear it all up. I'm Monica Carr, and this is your mid-year check-in on what's really happening across the Orange County housing market, from shifting buyer behavior and rising inventory to interest rate updates, local price trends by zip code, and what it all means for your next move. Whether you're buying, selling, or just tracking the market, this is the insight you need heading into the second half of 2025. Let's start local. Orange County is seeing one of the slowest housing markets in years, and it's not just a seasonal slowdown. As of July, inventory has climbed to over 5,000 active listings, which is 50% higher than this time last year and more than double where we were in 2023. But buyer demand? Well, it's basically flat, only about 3% from last year. That mismatch between supply and demand means homes are sitting longer. In fact, 35% of all homes on the market right now have been listed for more than 60 days. Even in the more affordable price points, a surprising number of sellers are sitting without offers. And in the luxury market, homes between 4 and 6 million are taking about twice as long to sell as they did last year. So what's driving this slowdown? Well, affordability. Mortgage rates are hovering around 6.7 to 7%, and despite a recent uptick in listings, buyers are still feeling squeezed by high monthly payments and economic uncertainty. We're also seeing more seller fatigue. In June alone, 850 homes were pulled off the market, the highest monthly count since 2019. That's 17% of total inventory, and that number is likely to keep climbing as we move into the back half of the year. So for sellers still on the market or thinking about listing their home, here's the reality. Today's buyers are very value conscious and they're patient. If your home is overpriced, it'll just sit. Strategic pricing, presentation, and marketing are everything right now, and we're helping our clients get ahead of the curve by dialing in every detail from day one. On the flip side, if you're buying, this is a market where thoughtful negotiation can go a long way. Over half of June's closings in Orange County sold below the original list price. Bidding wars are rare, but true deals are still hard to come by. Most sellers aren't desperate, they're just adjusting slowly. So if you want to buy in this market, success comes down to understanding fair market value and being prepared to move when the right home comes along. For example, we recently helped our longtime clients in South Corona sell their home, and because we priced slightly below the recent comps, multiple offers came flooding in, creating a bidding war, even in this market. And while I can't disclose the final sale price quite yet, I will say that the homeowners are extremely glad that they trusted our savvy pricing strategy and expert negotiation skills. Now let's zoom out for a second. The Federal Reserve just wrapped up its July meeting, and once again they held interest rates steady, keeping the federal fund rates in that 4.25 to 4.5% range. This marks the 5th time this year that they've paused rate changes, signaling a continued wait-and-see approach. Interestingly, for the first time since the early 90s, 2 Fed governors actually voted to cut rates now, which shows that even within the Fed, there is a debate about where things are heading. But Chair Jerome Powell made it clear they're staying data-driven, and any decisions about September or beyond will depend on how inflation and job growth evolve over the coming weeks. So what does that mean for us here in Orange County? Well, mortgage rates probably aren't coming down significantly in the near term. If you're waiting for a big drop before making a move, whether you're buying or selling, you could be waiting a while. Now I want to bring this down to the neighborhood level. According to a study shared by the OC Register, more than half of all zip codes in Orange County saw median home prices decline year over year this May. Some of the sharpest drops were in cities like Foothill Ranch, which fell by 36%, and Santa Ana's downtown area, which dropped by 25%. We also saw notable declines in Anaheim Hills, down 25%, and even Newport Coast, where the median prices were off by 26% from the same time last year. But not every city has followed that trend. Irvine, for example, had more of a mixed bag. Some zip codes saw moderate softening, but others actually posted year-over-year price gains, especially in the zip codes 92614 in South Irvine, which increased by 19%, and 92618, which includes the Great Park, Portola Springs, the Spectrum area, and Laguna Altura, which saw an increase of 8% year over year. It's a clear reminder that real estate is hyperlocal. Even within a single city or just a few miles apart, pricing trends can vary dramatically, depending on buyer demand, supply levels, and neighborhood appeal. So if you're curious about how your home's value has shifted over the past year, or you want to know whether your zip code is trending up or down, reach out to our team for a free personalized evaluation. We'll show you exactly where your equity stands today and how your neighborhood stacks up across all of Orange County. Bottom line, this isn't 2021 anymore. The market has changed, but that doesn't mean there isn't opportunity. You just need the right strategy and the right team that understands how to navigate shifting conditions. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, or you just want clarity on your home's current value, well, we're here to help. Feel free to call, text, or message me anytime, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss any of these market updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.